You've just survived another grueling week at work. Your boss was super demanding. Your coworkers shared way too much about their personal lives. The commute home felt longer than ever, and all you want to do is collapse into your couch and relax. You make it home, plop onto the sofa, and take in the peace and quiet that is your sweet, humble abode. All is well. You finally made it to the weekend. All you're looking forward to is a warm bubble bath, throwing on your jammies, and settling in for a long night of doom scrolling. Oh yeah, that's right. You live in an apartment building on the first floor in an overcrowded city, and you have the most inconsiderate and childish upstairs neighbor. So it looks like as long as you keep living here, you'll never know peace. I know there are way too many of us that can relate to what I just described, and I know because I'm going through it myself. I've been living in my apartment for almost 2 years, and I absolutely love the space. It's like literally the perfect space for just one person. And I have my 2 cats, even though my 1 cat, DJ, I am rehoming him soon, so I am kind of sad to leave him go. But the space is amazing. It's a decent sized living room and kitchen, a lot of storage space. There's a full finished basement with washer and dryer hookups, 1.5 bathrooms, and even a backyard. Like, what more could you ask for just one person? But the neighborhood isn't really the best. So there are already a great number of rowdy people that live around here, honestly. And lucky me, 2 of them just happen to live upstairs and next door to me. So yay me. So today I thought I'd just bring a cathartic video for anyone who can relate to this, because trust me, I know how much of a struggle it is. I know how not fun it is, and you are not alone, okay? Because I'll be going through it. I'll share a little bit about what I've experienced, go over what the internet says are the best ways to confront an issue like this, and also maybe just watch some short form content, see how other people took matters into their own hands, because just all the things I wish I could do without any repercussions. Like, it's great. But first, hey, I'm PixiePatsy. If you're new here, welcome. If this is your first time seeing my face, you're awesome for clicking on my face and you don't even know who I am. Like, I love you. Make sure you subscribe and help me reach my next goal of 5,000 subscribers. And enough of the chatting, let's get right into it. So first, let's address, why do apartments suck? We have to acknowledge that if you're living in an apartment, there are just some noises that are inevitable and unavoidable, as annoying as they are. For example, a lot of creaks, a lot of stomping, or just like poor insulation. You're gonna hear all of that stuff really, really clearly. The smallest step, the smallest bump will sound insane because of poor insulation. Honestly, whenever I hear any of that, I just like hear the universe calling me a brokey. It's like, oh, only if you had enough money to rent out a full house in the suburbs, then you wouldn't be dealing with this. So my upstairs neighbor is a 29-year-old woman, and she has a 4-year-old son. And like I said, all of those miscellaneous noises are already annoying enough, but now you have a 4-year-old in the mix, and when he has the zoomies, I'm ready to pull my hair out. And I don't know if this is a universal experience or if it's just the apartment I'm in specifically. I hear every footstep. I hear every conversation, clear as day. I hear when she flushes the toilet. When she puts down the toilet seat, it literally sounds like a bowling ball falling onto the floor. I hear when she washes her hands, when she takes a shower. And of course, I hear her child running back and forth through the whole apartment, playing with his car toys and whatever toys he wants to throw around for the night. And it's like, okay, all right, he's a kid. Kids are gonna play. I know that. But for whatever reason, he like doesn't have a bedtime or whatever. So he will stay up until 11, 12 a.m. making noise. And she will too. And that's the part that really gets me. And for whatever reason, my neighbor also likes to clean at like 11 p.m. And I'm not just talking like sweeping or whatever, like full-blown moving furniture.
What?
And not just in one part of the apartment either. I mean like across the entire apartment. I guess girly just gets bored really easy and she has to like rearrange her whole apartment. But why do you have to do it literally at midnight? So I found an article online from this website called Happier Human with 11 steps to deal with upstairs neighbors stomping and making noise. Let's go through it and we can discuss together just how well these steps actually work. Number 1, plan ahead. If you're sensitive to noise, you should anticipate that apartment walls are thin and upstairs neighbors may be noisy. Therefore, it may be best to secure a top floor apartment in the beginning so that you won't be bothered by noise above your head. Just remember, you'll still have to be conscious of the noises you may be making to disturb those below, so purchasing plush rugs for your floors to lessen the noise and respect for your downstairs neighbors is a thoughtful way to start. Okay, that is something to consider, but that's also just not accessible for everybody. For example, I live on a first floor apartment. My last apartment was on the second floor. It wasn't a big issue, but being on the first floor definitely is more accessible for me. I am chronically ill, so that stuff just made it a lot easier. But also, not everybody has the option to living on a top floor. Number 2, have a conversation with your neighbor. As simple as it sounds, it may be one of the hardest things to do if you're non-confrontational. However, the peace you seek in your home may be realized after you converse honestly with your noisy neighbor. Your neighbor may be unaware of how loud they are and decide to be more thoughtful about how their actions affect those around them or underneath them. The key to conversing with your neighbor is to keep the conversational tone friendly and not aggressive. And I agree. And unfortunately, not everybody will be responsive to this. For example, I definitely tried to have a conversation with my neighbor, and she was not nice at all. I felt like I was being nice. I was kind of at my wit's end. I did knock on her door at 10 p.m., but I had just got out of surgery, and I needed to freaking sleep, and her son was up. Like, why isn't your 4-year-old in bed by 10 p.m.? Like, I'm very confused. But yeah, long story short, she told me that I'm in the hood, so she doesn't have to be quiet. She literally told me, it's not like we're in the suburbs where I have to be quiet.
Oh, Lord.
Like, that's just literally plain rudeness and being inconsiderate. For what? You're not even trying to be nice. It's like, you know that you live upstairs to somebody and you don't care? That's beyond me. It really is. Number 3. A gentle tap on the ceiling with a mop handle can be a simple way to let your upstairs neighbor know that you can hear them. If you have already talked to them about the noise coming from their apartment, your tap will remind them that they need to keep the noise down. If you have yet to speak with them about how loud they are, they will get the hint after a while. I did this with my neighbor first before I got a chance to talk to her. And the only reason why I did it was because she had a birthday party for her son. And again, he's 4. So tell me why the birthday party was still going on at 1 in the morning. Kids running around at 1 in the morning.
I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
So since it's 1 in the morning and I hear running around, music playing, chitter chatter, best believe I got the broomstick and started hitting on the ceiling. The first thing she does, starts stomping on the floor and says, "Go to sleep, bitch."
Huh?
I mean, I would like to, but you're literally having a whole ass party above my head, so I think that's going to be a little bit hard to do, don't you think? Number 4, wear earplugs. Depending on the type of noise coming from upstairs, earplugs are an excellent choice for achieving some peace. Wear them in bed at night or when you want to relax during the day. This is an option. I do have earplugs, but it doesn't work for me. I think it's just the building that I'm in, but when they stop around, when they make noise, the whole building shakes, and it's like I hear the thud still, or I just like feel the vibrations, and it's even like more uncomfortable to me. I'll wear like my earbuds or over ear headphones just to get some more like noise cancellation, but just doing that many times a day, almost every day, is really bothersome and takes the peace out. I know it can work for some people, but it just doesn't work for me. It feels like such an inconvenience. Number 5, soundproof the ceiling. With your landlord's approval, you may purchase and install some padded panels on your ceiling to lessen the noise from upstairs. In addition, if you're handy with electrical wiring, you can also find an acoustic lighting fixture that may serve as a savior when tolerating your noisy neighbors. This won't completely stop the noise from over your head, but will deaden it, making the sounds more tolerable in your downstairs apartment. That sounds like a lot. Or maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I mean, starting off, she said, with your landlord's approval. So what if I can't do it? Then it's not even an option. Also, too, that sounds expensive. Again, I didn't check. I don't know. But these are 2 things to consider if your landlord says no, or if you don't have the funds. What am I supposed to do then? Number 6, use the art of compromise to agree with your neighbor. The noise coming from upstairs may be unavoidable, so you and your upstairs neighbor may have to devise a compromise. For instance, if they're participating in a daily activity, such as aerobics, weightlifting, or playing loud music, you can talk with them about the best time of day to do it. You'd be surprised how agreeable and compromising your upstairs neighbor may be to keep the peace in an apartment complex. You'd also be surprised about how unwilling people are to be considerate and kind. Because guess what? I already tried this. I ended up getting her number from my landlord, and I texted her when she was cleaning at 11 o'clock at night and said, hey, I know you're cleaning, but like I hear everything. So could you like wait till the morning to clean? And she said, bitch, I'm minding my business. You should do the same.
Relax.
Cool. That is just such a kind-hearted person. Number 7, create a paper trail. If you've tried communicating with your upstairs neighbor and the noise continues, it may be time to start a paper trail. Take notes of the dates and times that your neighbor is the loudest. This may not be your favorite option and could get annoying. However, you'll find this helpful evidence when taking additional steps to maintain your sanity and claim peace. I've tried this, and as they stated, it was not my favorite option, and it was very annoying. I think it made it like worse, honestly, because I'm like counting all the times that the noises are bothering me, and I'll have all this footage on my phone of all the noises. I mean, it definitely could help if your landlord is willing to help. Spoiler, my landlord was not willing to help. But it's definitely not fun. Number 8, talk with your other neighbors. Consulting with other neighbors in your apartment complex is a great way to see if noise coming from upstairs apartment is an isolated issue or not. If they have the same problem, you will have others who can corroborate your story and what you documented about your noisy upstairs neighbors. I agree. This is definitely a good idea. I don't live in an apartment complex. It's just me and the other unit in like a house that was renovated into an apartment. And as I mentioned, my next door neighbors also aren't the greatest, or at least like one of them. So not an option for me, sadly. Number 9, get your property manager involved. After you've tried tapping on the ceiling, talking with your neighbor, using earplugs, your only other option may be to involve the property manager. If possible, you could address your concerns in an email. If that doesn't work, escalate to a phone call.
Oh, brother!
I really would want this to work, but like, what are they supposed to do? Because I complained to my landlord so many times, and literally he's like, there's nothing we can do. She pays her rent. So it's like, wow, you can't even tell her like to put carpet down or something. You can't like give me advice about how I can like soundproof the area. It's just like super frustrating because you would think that they would have a solution, but no, they really don't. A lot of them do the bare minimum, so good luck with that. Number 10, call the police. Calling the cops may be the only option to resolve the upstairs noise disturbances you have been dealing with. The police will show up and address the problem. However, this could create some tension between you and your upstairs neighbors. Besides, you wouldn't want to call the police on you, so try to have as much grace as possible with your loud upstairs neighbors before calling the authorities on them. That's so funny. You wouldn't want them doing it to you, so you should think twice about calling it on them. Like, I mean, fuck 12 all day, every day, so I'm not calling the cops, but like, they clearly don't care about my well-being or being nice or courteous, so fuck their feelings. Number 11, pack up and move. You've tried knocking on the ceiling, purchasing earplugs, and soundproofing the ceiling. Then you try talking to your upstairs neighbors and going to management with documentation and neighbor corroboration. Afterward, you went a step further to contact the authorities. You have exhausted all options, and you still have no hope of finding peace in your apartment. It may be best to pack up your belongings and move to where you can have peace. You know what? I didn't think of that. Oh my God, just leave my current living situation. I thank you for bringing this to light. Yeah, no, actually, like, duh, right? And I'm in the middle of this. I've been trying to move since October, actually, but a lot of life stuff were just happening, so I kept having to push it. And the housing market is a joke right now, especially with, living wages not really increasing, bonuses barely happening. Not to mention that, like, a lot of people just can't up and move, especially if they don't have savings. Like, you're going to be there for at least another 3 to 6 months trying to save to move. So it's not like it's just something that will happen like that. And you're still going to have to suffer with your neighbor. Because trust me, I know all about that. So to end this, I think we should just watch some videos about how other people dealt with their noisy neighbors. Because like I said, it definitely is gold. Whenever I get really stressed out, it is really nice to get that reassurance that you're not alone and that other people are going through it. And a lot of people like just don't give a fuck, so they do the things that I wish I could do. So let's watch them together. Yeah, honestly, I would be I would be that petty because oh my god, like my cousin literally was like, yeah, you have to like play music and have a loudspeaker, like literally just put it on top of your cabinets and just have it underneath their floor so that the music is like boom boom and they feel the vibration. Which I would definitely be that petty. It's just I would have to sit there and listen to the loud music, and that would be like sensory overload for me. So just still not a fun time. Wait, that's actually really good. I would definitely do that because I have a massage gun, but my ceilings are so high. But that's a good idea. This is like literally what it sounds like. I mean, like I don't hear that, thankfully. Oh my god. But like it sounds that clear. Like why does it sound like it's literally coming from my bedroom or literally happening in my living room? Like what's going on here? No me gusta. A ceiling vibrator? Wait, what is a ceiling vibrator? Is that like literally to combat upstairs neighbor? Oh my god, yes, ceiling vibrator. Ceiling vibrator, loud, noisy upstairs neighbors, ultimate solution. Should I comp? Wait, do they sponsor? Y'all trying to sponsor your girl? Because what the heck? I'm not even lying. I definitely need one. I need one of these because it gets tiring using the broom all the time, and I literally hurt my shoulder from doing that. Shit like that makes me sad. It really does, because it's like that much of an annoyance messes with your well-being and your sanity. Like we shouldn't be standing with a speaker trying to get the point across to be like shut the fuck up or just be nice. Like you should just be nice. You should just be a kind human being. Like that really makes me sad, and it makes me mad too. That is where I'm gonna end things because I'm literally going through all of the noises myself, and watching this is just getting me a little anxious. So I think it's time to wrap it up. If you guys liked the video, please leave a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you aren't already subscribed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.